Alright, so this demo is going to show you how to create a cinemagraph. First thing we're going to do here is what I do is I dropped just my video file from my desktop onto into Photoshop. You can see right now that the video is actually a vertical video, but what's going on here is it's stretching it out. So we're going to need to change stuff. If you have a horizontal piece, you need to at least change the size. You can see this is 26 inches wide, which is too big. So we're going to go image, and we're going to go down to image size. And here, if you were working in horizontal, you would go constraint proportions, and I'd probably go maybe 10 inches for the width, and that constraint will make sure your height stays what you need it to be. I'm going to uncheck that because I need to customize this because I actually need the height to be bigger. So I'm going to assume it's going to be probably about 8.5 by 11. 72, that looks good. So this is if you have a vertical up and down piece. I'm going to hit OK, hit convert, and then you're in good shape. Okay. So what's going on now is we need to open up our animation window. And if I hit play, you can see the video will play. It's going to be a little bit slow, but we're going to do a couple things. We're going to trim this down. So I don't want to use this whole thing, and I might keep this demo a little bit simple and really just maybe have like one portion kind of move here. Looks like maybe this area. One thing you want to look out for is like areas where fish or whatever subject matter is like crossing over into one another. So I'm just kind of, as I'm kind of skimming through this, I'm just kind of seeing what thing I might want to have loop. This actually might be a good area because here it looks like I can maybe have this guy move, and then I could also have this top area move. So I'm going to move these little work area dividers, and I'm just going to bring this clip into a really small chunk here. So you can see. Can I play it in there? Let's hit play and see what that looks like. Might be a little bit too quick, so maybe I'll go a little bit further here and see what this looks like. And I'm just going to kind of go with this for now. So next thing is we're going to go to this drop down. I'm going to go trim document duration to work area. And next thing I'm also going to do is go to that drop down and go to document settings, and I'm going to change this. So instead of being 30 frames per second, I'm going to go maybe like 12. So let's see what that looks like. It's pretty good. So next thing, I'm going to go to select all, and then I'm going to go edit copy merge, which is going to take essentially a snapshot. I'm going to edit paste, and now I have that still image. So I'm going to freeze these guys. I'm going to have this guy move, maybe this guy too, maybe a little bit of the water. So the next thing is we're going to do a mask. So make sure I'm on that top layer, and I'm going to go here. And now I'm going to get my paintbrush, and you can see it's in black and white, but it's going to paint red, which is just the mask color. So what I'm going to do is mask out the area that I want to move. So I'm going to paint over this fish a little bit, and I'm going to paint over this fish a little bit, and then I'm using a softer edge, which allows me to do some other things too. So kind of a little more subtle changes. So I think that looks pretty good. But we're going to test it out, and if it doesn't work, this could always be redone. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to either hold Alt Option click, or I'm going to click on that. I think Alt Option click is what I want to do. And then I'm going to go down to my Create Layer Mask. Let's see what that looks like. So that actually did the opposite. So instead, I'm going to command back here. Okay, I'm going to, instead of Alt Option clicking, I'm just going to click, and then make my mask. And there we go. And you can see it's kind of, it's playing. It's moving a little bit. Okay, now the other thing I want to do here is we're going to get this thing to loop. So in theory, you could be done. If yours looked really good, you could export this as a video or a GIF. So GIF, save for web and devices, or export as a render video. And this would be the one we would actually take into Final Cut. Okay, from here, though, we're going to do some other things. So what we're going to do next is, and I would save this all on the way. So I would just continuously save this file. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go to Flatten Frames into Layers. And it's going to take a second. what you're going to see here is all my frames, which is, there's not a lot, there's only 11, pop up in my layers window. So I'm going to pull this up so it's a little bit easier to see. All right. And then I actually want to delete these bottom two. So I'm going to shift select those two and trash them. So those are the original video and then that mask, because this is actually exactly what we need now. So the next thing is I'm going to my, instead of timeline, I'm going to go to my frame animation. And I'm going to change this maybe to play for half a second. Actually, 0.2. I don't know if that'll be good. And I'm also going to change how long this wants to play forever. Okay, so cell 1, what I want to show in cell 1, I want only my original cell here. And then I go new cell, new layer shows. New cell, new layer shows. So I'm essentially just doing this, and this takes like 30 seconds. So when you make the frames, you're just saying, okay, this is the one that's going to show. This is the one that's not going to show. A couple more here. Now, this will get it so it plays one time through, which is essentially what we had before. But if you really want this to be smooth, you want this to be able to loop, and you want it to be able to kind of make sense what it's doing. I'm going to show you how to do that as well. A couple new tricks here. Okay, so those are all my frames. So now if I play this, let's see. Right, there it is. And then it starts over. Now, we're going to trick it so it actually goes back. It kind of reverses. I would say this would probably work fine, except this guy's a little bit crazy, so I'd maybe find a better working area than what he's doing. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to pause it. And what we want it to do is play 1 through 12, and then after 12, play 11 through 2, and then go back to 1. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to shift select 2 through 11, go to my drop down, and I'm going to copy frames. Okay. And I'm going to go to 12, I'm going to say I'm going to paste after. So drop down, paste frames, when, paste after selection. Okay, there we go. And then, that right now they're in that order, I want to reverse them. So I'm going to go drop down, reverse frames. Okay, and then now, let's take a look at it. You're going to see it's going to play, and then it's actually going to go back. So if you kind of watch what this fish is doing, he's doing his thing, and then he goes backwards. Which actually, I think it worked out pretty well. I kind of like it. So at this point, this is really like, you know, the end-all be-all point we want to be at, where we could loop it forever, and we could export it out as a video. So if we export it out as a video, very easy to use that. Otherwise, if you just want it for like a website, you would just go save for web and devices and send that out. So right now, though, before you do that, you definitely want to save the project. So I'm going to save it. This actually might be saving the video. Okay, and I'm going to call this like Fish Cinemagraph 1. Hit save. Okay, and then we're good. And that's it.